friends, welcome back. So in this Foundations 2020 video series, I'm talking about my framework for the foundations of a great service business. And we've been talking a lot about mindset, which is the first theme. And now I'm going to switch over and start talking about the second theme, which is service. We're talking about service-based businesses, and the first thing that you need to have for a great service business is a great offer. Now, your offer isn't necessarily what you do for people, but your offer is how do you describe what you do for people. And someone posted in a group that I'm part of recently that she was designing her product. She's in the building phase of her business, and she's coming up with social media posts, but she feels like, oh, the messaging might be off, and maybe she's working backwards. And if that's you, if you are doing a lot of creation, a lot of product creation, offer creation, service creation, and you're not really in tune with your market yet, then that feeling is correct. It's backwards. And what you need to do is really get to know your market. So if you're in a beginning building phase, here's what I suggest you do. Go out and just start serving people. This could be doing, if you're really new, it could be doing a couple of pro bono jobs for people just to get those first few jobs under your belt. But ideally, you should be getting paid for this, but you should just not be too precious about being locked into any one offer. You can see my early video on pivoting, and I'll link to that in the description. But I have definitely pivoted my business a lot over the last 7 years as I learn and grow and figure out more about both what my talents are and who I want to be serving and how. And really the only way to get to that is to actually do it, right? You have to go out, you have to be serving your audience, finding your people, talking to your people, and really to getting to know them and their pains and problems to figure out, is the problem that you think they have actually the problem that they think they have? Is this problem really serious enough that they're wanting to solve it and willing to pay money to solve it? If you can't figure out those two things, right? If you can't get a yes to those two things, then it's the wrong offer and you need to go back to the drawing board and start over. So how do you know if you have a killer offer, or how do you go about coming up with a killer offer? So I'm going to give you one shortcut to give you a different way to think about this than maybe you've been using in the past. Instead of trying to come up with features, benefits, different things like that, try formatting your offer in the form of a story. Think about, what is this person's like, your ideal prospect, right? Your ideal client. What is their life like before they work with you? What is it that they're struggling with? What are they frustrated by? What is happening in their life? What's their day like? What are they spending time on that they shouldn't be spending time on? Ask yourself these kinds of questions, and then think about, what is the picture after they work with you, right? Then what is their day like? Maybe what pains and problems are they not dealing with anymore? So let's use an example. Let's say you're in the landscaping industry, right? And before you work with somebody, maybe their yard is a hot mess. It's full of weeds. Maybe there's a blackberry bramble. Maybe it's super muddy in the winter because there's not appropriate ground cover. And they really just can't enjoy their yard. And then afterwards, maybe it's really beautifully landscaped. There's beautiful plants. They can go and have, summer barbecues and be proud of their yard and actually use the space. So trying to think of it that way in terms of pictures instead of just like making a list of features and benefits is one good way to really unblock yourself when it comes to thinking of a killer offer. And once you have a hypothesis, then you can start talking to people about, hey, this is what I've come up with. Do you have this problem? Do you feel like this resonates? And the more you actually talk to people, the clearer you're going to be about your offer and how to structure it and how to really help your audience. And when you nail this, it becomes really easy to sell once you find those right people. All right, so I hope this has been helpful for you. And as always, I want you to think about that one person who could really benefit from hearing this message, and go ahead and share this link with them. Wherever you're watching this, share the link with them and help me get the word out. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.